If like me you love the original Kitten Lash Mascara in black, well get ready because Lisa Eldridge just launched a brown version and I had to try it. Meet Burnt Umber, a rich soft brown that promises the same fluttery defined lashes but with a softer edge. The wand itself has a curved applicator, it has micro bristles and it's flexible with a soft brush. This enables it to get through all the lashes without clumping, but it doesn't hurt because of that flexibility. This mascara has the same name as the Seamless Eye Glide pencil called Burnt Umber, and I'm going to pair these together today to see if it's the ultimate dreamy brown duo. What I will say off the bat is because these are so warm and my eyebrows I tend to use a cooler tone because it matches my natural hair colour, they're not going to pair too well this close up. What I should have done was a distance full face, but I didn't think about it at the time. Then when I was editing I thought, wow, this really does make my eyebrows look like a totally different shade. But obviously it doesn't look like that at a distance. So here I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills No. 3 brush to create a soft wing across the top lash line using that Burnt Umber Seamless Eye Glide pencil. These blend like butter and they stay put. Once they've dried down, they do not move. This stayed in place all day. So I'm taking that across my top lid and I'm also using it to tight line. I was going to leave it with just a top lash line, but I thought, you know what, I'm also going to do my waterline. But if you'd like to see the mascara on its own with no eyeliner, check out my previous tutorial where I reviewed this mascara when it originally launched last year and it was just the black version. What I'm doing here is making sure that that liner is very soft and thicker on the outer edge and thinner as we get towards the inner corner, so it's like a soft shadow effect rather than a harsh line. And I bet you didn't think you'd be able to create such a strong crisp line with a brush like this for the outer edge for a wing, but you absolutely can. You can do this with powder, you can do it with pencil, you can do it with liquid liner, gel liner. This brush is fantastic and I have about 4 or 5 of them and I love them. I think they're great and look how crisp that line is. As with every single tutorial, I always link all the products I've used, including brushes, down in the description bar. So if you guys want to try this brush for yourself, I'll link it down below. I'd also like you just to take a moment to look at the colour of my iris. Since I've been applying this warm shade, the actual colour of my iris looks like it's more intense. So this really works well whether you have blue eyes, green eyes or brown eyes. It will always enhance some of those shades in your eyes. For me, the golden tones and the slight green hues just around the outer edge of my eyes are becoming much more vivid because of this really warm tone that we've got going on with the pencil, and that's only going to be further enhanced with that brown mascara. If you take a moment to look at the colour wheel, you can see that oranges and red tones are opposite blues and greens, which are complementary colours, which means if you use something that has a red or orange undertone to it, when you have blue or green eyes, it's going to make the green and the blue that much more vivid. So I definitely recommend giving this brown duo a try and seeing how it will really make your eyes pop. This time around, I'm going to try the mascara with a primer underneath purely because I'm going through my spring eyelash shed at the moment, so my eyelashes aren't in the best state. Having a primer underneath is going to help just maximise my natural lashes and make them a little bit fuller, but my previous tutorial was using the mascara alone. The formula is exactly the same, so I'd recommend watching this tutorial if you want to see the mascara on its own and how it looks and a bit more of a review of it. Here my eyelashes were a little bit fuller, so I was able to really see how the mascara would look just on its own, and the formula and everything is fantastic. That's a little spoiler for you, but definitely go check out that tutorial if you want to see the mascara without the primer. I don't want you to feel like this is a false representation of what the formula is or what it can do. I've already done a review of it. I know it's really great, and this is just my way of being able to maximise my eyelashes because they are a little bit gappy. The ones that are remaining are quite long because I do use an eyelash serum. In order for you to be able to see what I'm doing, I'm looking more or less straight into a mirror, which means that my eyelashes tend to touch my lid, but it's perfectly fine. If you leave that mascara to either fully dry, you can knock it off with a cotton bud, or if you get straight in there, you can wipe it away. Obviously, if you have done a lovely eyeshadow look, my recommendation is to look down into a mirror when you're applying your mascara, and then your eyelashes won't touch your lid, and then you won't ruin your eyeshadow. So as you can see that mascara going on, you can see it's practically identical to the Burnt Umber Seamless Eye Glide pencil. We've obviously softened that so it's a little bit lighter in its shade, but you can see they look so good together. I really wish I wasn't currently going through an eyelash shed so I could absolutely show you this mascara at its best. Usually when my eyelashes are sparse, I tend to only wear mascara on my top lid because I don't tend to have a lash shed on my lower eyelashes, and they are so full, which in turn make my eyelashes on top look even more sparse. So I tend to usually just opt for top mascara, but I am going to layer it on my lower eyelashes as well so you can see the full effect. I'd love to know what your preference is. What do you wear? Are you somebody that only wears mascara on your top lashes, or are you somebody that likes to completely frame the eye and have it on both top and bottom? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to have the little discussion about it because mascara is so personal to everybody. I found with age, I tend to wear it mostly just on my top. During my younger years, I would never be seen dead leaving the house without mascara on my top and lower eyelashes. So look, you can see here my lower eyelashes are really full and they're quite long, so they kind of really do make my top lash line look a lot more sparse. As this top lash line has dried, I'm going in just to show you that you can layer the mascara and look how flexible the eyelashes remain. They remain flexible, but they aren't tacky, they don't move, they don't flake. And it is easy enough to remove. I always use warm water to remove my mascara and all of my makeup because I use those kind of microfiber cloths, and I find that they are so effective at removing everything. So I find this mascara easy enough to take off just with warm water. The more I watch this, the more golden I'm noticing the iris of my eye is becoming, which is really funny to me because with brown eyes, you rarely see them stand out unless you use a colour like blue, which really does make the brown pop. But this really warm brown framing the eye is enhancing those like goldeny greenish tones that are in my iris, which I'm absolutely loving. And I have been wearing this a lot at home just because I'm really enjoying how it looks. A lot of the times we tend to steer away from warm tones like this completely around the eye, as sometimes it can make the eyes look a little bit sore if it's not a muddy brown. When something's too warm, it can make your eyes look a little bit tender. So it's really nice to have a pairing of eyeliner and mascara that work so well together that don't give that vibe. What do you guys think? I love this mascara. Even with my sort of gappy lashes, I still feel like I've been able to enhance them. And again, if you want to check out the totally black version and a bit more of a review of this mascara, go check out that tutorial because I'm sure I give you a lot more details in that video. This is when it first launched. I absolutely loved it. I think you can't beat black. Black mascara for me will always have my heart, but I am really enjoying the change up and that softer edge that the brown has. As always, I will list and link everything that I've used in the description bar of the video. Please give the tutorial a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments if you are a brown mascara girl or a black mascara girl. I'd love to know. And talking of microfiber cloths, I have been trying a new one this week that I purchased with my own money, and it's a great recommendation which I will be featuring in my next newsletter. So if you guys don't want to miss that, head down into the description bar of the video and you can sign up for free to my newsletter. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys.